When Elena stepped out of the city bus that rainy evening, she almost didn't recognize the street anymore. The old bakery where she used to buy cinnamon rolls after school was gone, replaced by a glass-fronted cafe with gold lettering. The narrow road felt smaller, swallowed by new buildings and expensive cars she had only seen in magazines. She pulled her coat tighter around her and checked the address again. The charity gala was being held at the renovated Crescent Hall, once the dusty community center where she and the neighborhood kids used to rehearse school plays. She had only agreed to cater the event because her employer insisted. Big clients, her boss had said. Behave professionally. Elena wasn't worried about professionalism. She was worried about memories. 22 years ago, she had stood on that same stage in Crescent Hall beside a boy with bright eyes and worn-out shoes. His name was Adrian Volkov. He had played the prince in their 5th grade play, though everyone knew he didn't own a proper costume. Elena's mother had stitched gold buttons onto his father's old jacket so he wouldn't feel embarrassed. Back then, Adrian had whispered to her behind the curtain, "One day I'll be rich, Lena. I'll buy this whole place and fix the roof so it doesn't leak on you." She had laughed. They were children. Dreams were easy when you didn't know how cruel the world could be. Adrian moved away that winter. His father had found work in another city. There were no goodbyes, just an empty desk on Monday morning and rumors that his family had left overnight. Elena had written him a letter she never sent. Now, standing outside the glowing entrance of Crescent Hall, she wondered why her heart was beating so fast. Inside, the hall was unrecognizable. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling. White roses lined the staircase. A banner read, "Volkov Foundation Annual Charity Gala." Her breath caught. Volkov. It couldn't be. "Elena, don't just stand there," her coworker hissed, pushing a tray of champagne glasses into her hands. She nodded, forcing herself to move. Rich people in tailored suits filled the room, their laughter polished and distant. She kept her eyes lowered as she passed through the crowd. Then the murmurs changed. A quiet wave of attention rippled toward the staircase. "Elena," someone whispered beside her, "that's him. Adrian Volkov, youngest tech billionaire in the country. Bought this building last year." Her fingers tightened around the tray. He descended the stairs slowly, confident, composed. His suit was perfectly cut, his expression calm. But it was his eyes that made her breath falter. The same bright eyes, only sharper now, carrying years of ambition and something else she couldn't name. He paused halfway down, scanning the crowd with polite detachment. And then he froze. The room kept moving, unaware of the shift in the air. But Elena felt it, like a string pulled tight between them. His gaze had found her. For a second, she thought she imagined it. Why would a man like him remember a girl from a forgotten neighborhood? She looked away quickly, focusing on balancing the glasses. But she felt it again. His eyes didn't move on. They stayed, steady, certain, as if he had never forgotten her at all.